the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts.
And that's facts though, I talk factos. Ask J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a refloater, I do what I wanna. Stacking the winter, sunbathing the summer. My chakras aligning, I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope, we acknowledge a nigga is Paulo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Game in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, this not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You been on your Rico, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Okay, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
Started in Richmond, art of my district. Heart of the mystics, started for biscuits. Father to Isfits, martyr to misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we art of the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for check, I'm playing it smart. S is for shelter, I stay in the park. Acres on acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts, facts,
okay.
Yeah.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
It's a movie, it's a movie.
Yours, peace to you and yours, peace to you and yours. Welcome to another episode of Melanin Mondays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar, reporting live and direct. Somebody said run it back. Matter of fact, I think I just might. If the brother Black Light is in the building, Black Light, hit me up. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm gonna let y'all fill in and get in the seats. This was like an emergent, this was like a pop-up live and whatnot. No countdown or nothing. We just popped up out of nowhere. So I'm gonna give the family some time to get the notifications. We're gonna run that fact song back real quick, and then we got a word from our sponsors. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Peace.
It's a movie, a movie. Facts, 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 facts.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
And that's facts though, I talk factos. Ask J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a real floater, I do what I wanna. Stacking the winter, sunbathing the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope we acknowledge a nigga is Pablo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Came in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, this not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the eco. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it underneath rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
Started in Richmond, art of my district. Heart of the mystics, started for biscuits. Father the isfits, martyr the misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we art of the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art, the C is for clothes. I'm playing my part. T is for check, I'm playing it smart. S is for shots, I stay in the park. Acres or acres get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts, facts,
okay.
Yeah.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the eco. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it underneath rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
It's a movie.
Are you ready to win? Are you seeking the best in life? Are you seeking to raise your vibration? Are you seeking to no longer drift, but move gently towards your goals? Billy Carson and myself will be presenting sacred information about finances, how to be wealthy, how to be healthy, be wise. Many people have been asking, what is God? God power is when you are now co-creating your life. You're living life on purpose. You're not waiting for things to happen. You're making things happen. You're letting go of the past, letting go of the things that were holding you back, letting go of the things that were heavy in your life, and raising your vibration and taking everything you have and moving it towards a destination. You are a winner. You were born a winner. It's time to tap into the winning circle. Become the winner's circle. You are the champion. All you need is the blueprint for the God power that's already in you.
Indeed, y'all. Tap in January the 7th with our good brother Rich, like Magic 363, presents the Blueprint For GodPower. All right, check that out, y'all. All right. Peace, love, and light to everybody in the building. I already know what y'all got to say, brother man. This is not this ain't it's Tuesday. It ain't Monday. Hey, shit happens, man. I understand. I definitely understand. But we here now, you know what I mean? And that's what matters the most. We are here. We are in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Salute to everybody that has pulled up. They took down the Pope's IG. Why is that? Wait, Pope Pablo? Who you talking about? What Pope you talking about? Pope Pablo? Yeah, so we here, y'all. Let's go ahead and let's do the roll call. Yeah, I see Sam got arrested. We'll talk about that briefly. We'll talk about that. You dig? Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and let's do the roll call. Harlem in the building. All right. Shout out to Harlem in the building. Salute to Harlem. Beantown up in this thing. Los Angeles is up in this thing. Shout out to Los Angeles. Bridgetown is here. All right. Fort Worth is in the building. Denver. Salute to Denver. I see you, Denver. 305 in this thing. All right. New World Global. I seen you. You pulled up early yesterday. You was in the building. You was bright. And man, shout out to you. Rome in the building. Salute to Rome. Spartansburg. Tremont in the BX. You dig? Kentucky, Indiana, Delaware, the whole. We got the 6. Watkinsville, all right, New Smyrna, Kings County, 7 Mile, all right, Tallahassee up in this thing, Charlotte, all right, I see you, Charlotte, 859, Michigan in the building, St. Louis, all right, San Francisco, Portland, Oregon, Best I Do or Die, I see you. I see you. Salute to Bedford Stuyvesant. Shout out to all of the Mondem coming out of BK, the BX, Harlem, Queens, Staten Islands, the whole NYC. You dig? Syracuse, Rough Buff, all of the areas surrounding. You know what I'm talking about? From Yonkers all the way up. Connecticut. Shout out to all of the surrounding cities and whatnot. Newburgh, Poughkeepsie, Rochester. All right. Dallas in the building. I see you, Dallas. Seattle in the building. BK in the building. 233rd in the building. The BX. South Bend in the building. California, IA. All right. Philadelphia in the building. ATL, ho. Yes. Fire in the building. Wagwan. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, greetings to everybody that has joined us tonight, and greetings to everyone who will pull up later. Salute to everybody in the building. We're gonna have a few conversations about a few things, and then we're gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of our nights. All right, because I'm sure that everybody has things that they have to attend to before they put this day, this beautiful Tuesday, behind them. You know what I mean, and prepare themselves for Wednesday. DMV in the building. Shout out to DMV in the building. All right now. So some of the things that are going on in the news. If anybody has any insight to some of the topics that are taking place in the news that we should be covering, I know that I want to speak on the dude from FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, right? Who finally gets arrested and charged with bank fraud, wire fraud, and all of these quote unquote financial crimes. He's abducted by the police force in the Bahamas, exactly 2 days before he was set to testify in front of Congress, I believe, correct? Or the Securities Commission. He was about to get fried by one of these congressional committees that are, once again, saw theater. Okay. Saw theater. But he before he went in front of this committee and further embarrassed himself, and also before he revealed more things that I'm sure that the Democrats didn't want to be revealed, they went ahead and they locked him up. Okay. And this is about a month after he squandered, fumbled, and basically burnt through more than $15 billion of investor money, not his money, of investor money. Okay. And coincidentally, around the same time that multiple billionaires, crypto billionaires, are coming up missing and dead, right? This one miraculously was able to slide through the cracks or slip through the quote unquote, he was able to dodge that motherfucking bullet. And now they got him locked up. But once again, my bullshit meters are going off, because if anybody was been paying attention to this news story and following it, you know that this story in and of itself, this was one of the most glaringest examples of I won't call it the double standard. You know, I don't want to utilize the double standard too much. However, if you were paying attention to the way this criminal was being treated in the press, right? The way that this criminal was being treated in the liberal friendly press, right? We don't have to get into the breakdown of what the press represents and who they necessarily speak for and who runs the press. So we know that the press is primarily leaning to the left, right? They're liberal, they're democratic, and they're long nose, or what we call small hats, or what we call influenced very heavily by the politics of Tel Aviv, correct? And we know that young Sam is one of their adherents. He comes from that tribe and whatnot. And we also know that not only was he a heavy donator to the Democratic Party, but he's also allegedly a heavy donator to the Republican Party, right? Something that a lot of people with expendable income, they realize that you play the game on both sides of the coin. You don't just play a one-handed a one-sided hand. You game is rigged. You play both sides. You grease the palm of the Republicans and the Democrats. You know what I'm talking about? Two feathers of this, two wings of the same bird. Those who grease pockets understand how that game is played. And it's my assumption that he was playing that game. Okay. We'll talk about Sizzler in a minute. And the fact that around the same time, not only was the media, right, making fun of and creating all kind of memes and whatnot and clowning Ye, or who we call Kanye West, for being for losing endorsement deals, right? Not other people's money in particular, losing endorsement deals of some money that was actually supposed to be his. And they were making it seem he lost our money, like this nigga blew a reparations check or something. They were acting as if Ye ran off and blew the people's money, and they canceled him like he was a part of a Ponzi scheme or something, as if he was exposed for being a goddamn thief and whatnot. You feel me? That's the way that they were handling him, as if they caught him with his hands in a cookie jar, and they basically tried him, judged him, and sentenced him right there in the court of public opinion. However, we know that that wasn't the case. He got a lot of pressure for opening his mouth and sending out drunk tweets, right? But on the flip side of that, here you have another billionaire who didn't have to tuck his chain in and whatnot, who belongs to this group of people who Ye was exposing, or rather trying to shine the ring light on. This group of people, right, through the media, especially New York Times in particular, which is looked at like a refutable publication. They basically wrote a love letter in defense of Sam SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried. They basically wrote that boy a love letter and was talking about he's too young, or he was a young man, and all of this stupidness, making excuses for this criminal, for this thief, okay? For this wicked mastermind who sat back and played a role and whatnot, and then was basically gambling away billions and billions and billions of dollars with his group of friends and cronies and affiliates, okay? So the way that the media did not weaponize, they did not go DEFCON 3. They did not go full guns out. You know what I'm talking about? Their fangs did not come out for Sam and the rest of his FBX operation. They put art, I mean, and they tried their best to avoid it as much as they could. But of course, the roar from the investors And, you know, people weren't just letting that shit go like that. You know what I mean? You had people calling clear foul. They like, hell to the nah. Y'all letting this dude slide like that. Like, what are we talking about? This is Bernie Madoff 2.0. So they finally locked him up and hit him with some charges. And he's going to have to either pay for whatever was done, or you'll see how really crooked this system is, and he'll continue to wiggle his way through this broken system and this defunct quote unquote, you know, banking cartels and shit like that. You'll see what comes out in the near future dealing with him. Okay. So let's talk about our good brother Sizzler Kalanji. All right. There's a video that's going around. I'm sure a lot of people did not see it, and I'm sure that some have. And in this video, the good brother Sizzler, who, for anybody who doesn't know and wants to add context, he is a world-renowned Jamaican reggae artist, right? He's from the island. He is considered to be, you know, one of the legends. Okay. When I speak about the dance hall era, and I talk about how dance hall had a humongous impact on hip hop in New York in particular in the early 90s and whatnot, he's one of the DJs that, you know, that I would be referring to. He's one of the DJs who are considered to be, you know, one of the pioneers of that shit. So there was a video that's been going viral and whatnot, and he was cutting up a plaque that was sent to him. Yeah, and he's conscious. So he's roots and culture. He's not considered to be slackness. He doesn't do the slackness in the dance hall, which would be akin to what they call secular music in the States. You know what I'm talking about? He's with the revolution. He's roots and culture. And, you know, he's known for chanting down Babylon. So he's a Rastafarian, and he is, you know, he stands strong on his value system, and he stands on his morals, and he has a moral compass as a Rastafarian. One of the things that they don't do, and one of the things that they don't co-sign, and one of the trends that they have not been known to go along with, is the Romanistic trend, or what they call Babylon, or you know, what they call Boogerism, or what they may call in American culture the rainbow culture, right? So the roots and culture almost, you know, is the antithesis to what is known as rainbow culture in the States. You dig? That's what was going on. You dig? Talk about Vaughn Benjamin. Yeah, rising power to Vaughn Benjamin, another powerful griot. You dig? From Midnight, Virgin Islands. Okay. Shout out to the legend. You know, he made transition not too long ago. So no, was what happened with Sizzler. Sizzler was destroying a plaque that DJ Khaled had sent. You know, when you go platinum, everybody that's a part of the album, they get sent the plaques and whatnot, right? They get sent the plaques. So he was like, yo, I'm not fucking with DJ Khaled, because there was a song, the exact song that Sizzler was sent the plaque for. On the song, DJ Khaled basically put a lesbian artist on the hook. I don't know her name. I'm not into it, you know, but that's what was told to me, that they felt disrespected that the song got put together and this artist was put on the song. Then there's other people saying that he was upset with the size of his name on the plaque and shit like that. But my sources told me that it had something to do with some shady business. You dig what I'm saying? So his message to DJ Khaled in the States was, you know, I feel disrespected. We done held you down in Jamaica for eons. You had a pass, but if you're gonna come to the island and bring the culture vulture vibes with you, you're gonna get packed up. You're gonna get packed up. They're not gonna let that shit fly like that. Badman suffering enough over there as it is. You feel me? They not trying to just let you come around and jerk them and shit like that just to get a motherfucking posse cut. And you're not adhering, Mr. Khaled, DJ Khaled, the Palestinian who don't rep Palestine. You're not abiding by Rastafarian culture, but you out there cosplaying a motherfucking a yardie and whatnot. You out there cosplaying them, but you not representing the culture. You don't know that you're not supposed to mix them type of people. You could have picked anybody for the hook. You could pick anybody for the hook. You can't disrespect Rastaman like that. That's a clear violation. That's like putting Lil Nas on the hook with a Damian Marley song. Like, what are you doing? What the fuck? So everybody doesn't demand respect around the world and locally and nationally and regionally. People they don't stand on what is known as principles. They don't have a value system intact. They're not on code, right? So a lot of people would not be able to relate. They'll feel offended by a demonstration such as that and be like, you know what? Nigga, that was petty. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, he's overdoing it. Oh, he's taking it too far. He, right? Talking about Sizzler, should be thankful, right? This is people talking, that DJ Khaled gave them niggas a shot, right? Not realizing, you know, that DJ Khaled really benefits more off of a motherfucking Sizzler feature than Sizzler does. To be honest with you, it ain't like he's going on a DJ Khaled tour. It's not like nigga, not like, no, DJ Khaled gets more recognition. You know what I'm talking about? His social value, his points, his stocks go higher than a Sizzler being on a DJ Khaled track. Going back to what I was saying, when people have conversations about relevancy or who's relevant, you got to examine the person that's saying who, you know what I mean? Like, everything factors in when you start having those conversations. Like, who is even the person saying that somebody's not relevant? Like, who the fuck are they? And where did they say it at? Oh, they was on DJ Vlad saying it. Oh, okay. Oh, word. Oh, last time I checked, relevant niggas is not on DJ Vlad. You're not real relevant if you on DJ Vlad. You trying to be relevant, but the real relevant people don't show up on podcasts like DJ Vlad, my nigga. Last time I checked, these people sit around and talk about the niggas that are relevant. They don't come on the shows. They get talked about by the host and a host of other people, but they not there, nigga. They not showing up to no goddamn DJ Vlad. That's the help. That's not goals, nigga. That's the help. So anyway, like I was saying, it just goes back to, the conversations that many people have had about, where the gatekeepers at for the culture, who's protecting the culture, right? Who's calling the shots for the culture? I really wonder, I really, really wonder, because it can't be, it can't be DJ Khaled. You dig? It cannot be him. It can't be Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. You dig? It can't be motherfucking it's a bunch of people that it can't be. It can't be Jay-Z and shit like that. It just cannot be. Yeah, shout out to Buju. Shout out to Sizzler. You going on an IG detox? Yeah, I feel that too, man. I really do. Like I've been talking to the queen about it. I really want to just disappear. Not because there's issue, I really don't have an issue with anything. You know what I'm saying? Like all is well, all's well that ends well. It is what it is. Like, 2022, in my humble opinion, is, it is what it is. It's a year of lessons and challenges, shit like that. But I do, I want to put this whole year in perspective, this calendar year, this fiscal year. I really got to sit back and do some deep, deep thinking, some deep, deep, deep meditations, you know, some deep diving and whatnot, some introspection. I got to go over old shows, all kind of shit. Yeah. And social media could be a distraction. It could be a distraction. You feel me? It could really be a distraction. So there's a lot of noise and whatnot. There's a lot of noise on the media. So yeah, I feel what Blue was talking about with the detox. I'm gonna weigh it out. I'm gonna weigh that shit out. You feels me? I'm gonna weigh it out. So what else is going on in the news that y'all have been observing and whatnot that you want me to touch on? I just don't want to talk about any old thing. What else has been going on in the news? Yes, 2022 is the year of the artificial intelligence, or what some people may call almighty intelligence. I've been doing a lot of deep diving on AI, the whole strong end as well, since about Saturday. That shit had me stuck in the house. And I didn't move. I was deep diving, and I was studying Chat GPT. I was studying Dale, Open AI, all of the products from Open AI. Oh, Ye's Clubhouse interview. Yeah. I didn't catch all of that. I didn't catch all of that. You feel me? I didn't catch all of his interview and shit like that. He was with Whack 100. Was he with Whack, or was he with some white boys? You dig? I'm kind of going on a yay fast too. You feel me? I'm gonna fuck with him like every Sunday and just get a conglomerate of, yeah, he said something about Christmas not being real or something. Yeah, I'm kind of good on him right now. You feel me? I'm kind of good on him right now. No disrespect to him. But I'm just gonna, every Sunday I'll just catch up on everything that he said from 7 days before that, and I will put it in a debriefing. Where I'll read it out. I'll comb through it. I'll read the transcripts and shit like that. But I made a promise, to my audience, and I made a promise to my KT aliens that I'm going to basically I'm not focusing on the distractions moving forward, right? Because I know that we're in what is known as the political theater now. We're in a political climate. Now, Ruby was popping with you. Salute to the goddess. All right. Salute to the goddess. And I was like, I said this, I said it in the beginning, right at the end of November, right before the beginning of December. I'm like, look, I see a lot of distractions coming. I'm super good. And then right after that, he did the Alex Jones interview with through niggas. Like when you be seeing the video clips on the amusement rides, when motherfuckers get jerked 100 feet in the air. That's what the Alex Jones interview was in woke terminology. It was a great adventure, 100 feet in the air, and the motherfucking rod started jerking, and he started flinging people in all type of directions and whatnot, because motherfuckers is hanging on to every word of Ye and every movement that Ye is doing, because they wanted Ye to be the one, right? They were betting on Ye to lead them wherever the fuck these motherfuckers want to go. I don't know where they've been. I don't know what's the final destination. I don't know where they want their Uber to drop them off at, but they are betting on this man to lead them to wherever they're trying to go. Keep in mind, and this is not a horn tooting type of contest, but we did say, right, that we have to get off of the yay train in regards to not to say get off of giving him a critique or to respect him or to do any of these things. I'm saying get off of the yay train, right? Where we are basically following every fucking word that this man is saying, or we're looking at him like he's a savior type. Blue Pill called it out that he's more so a sacrifice than a savior, right? What do you think about America being the old world? That's kind of that's kind of whatchamacallit. That's Horace Butler shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's old Horace Butler convos. I think we already covered that in the early 2000s, right? Before 2012, that was covered. He is controlled opposition, in my humble opinion. You know, it's like I said, I'll catch up to the shit that's going on in his world every Sunday. And after that, I'm good because it's not going to move this movement. And he already said everything that he needed to say. If there was some action taking place, I would know about it. You know what I'm talking about? And we would hear about it and it would be more evident. If it's not action taking place, it's just entertainment at the end of the day. And I don't have the time, nor do I have the attention span, you know, to give them that type of quote unquote, you know, action. No, Blue Hill guy's page, bro. I don't know what you're saying. That's Blue Pill's page right there. Like, what are you talking about? But anyway. So yeah, man, you know, there's a lot of shit going on that if you not focused, the shit'll it'll fly by you while you're being entertained and whatnot, and while you're being distracted, right? There's a whole lot of distractions going on. You got Elon Musk leaking the shit about Twitter and whatnot. You dig what I'm saying? Twitter Gate 1 and 2, Hunter Biden's laptop. You know what I mean? Ye says to love Hitler and all of this crazy shit. Like, fam, I'm not fucking with none of that shit. I'm not stepping into no arenas that are entertaining none of those conversations because it's all a dirty distraction, right? Yeah, Morocco versus France. Where the Moors at? Put your flags on, little niggas. Where your flags at? You know what I'm talking about? Put your flags on. It's safe to wear your flags this week until, you know, until we get some results. You know what I'm talking about? Dust your flags off, Moors. You know what I mean? Morocco versus France. Shit is lit. It's going down tomorrow in the A or wherever they playing, Qatar. You know, what's up with the symbology? Yeah, it's cute and everything. What you gonna do with it? You dig what I'm saying? What you gonna do with it? You know? It's a lot of symbology these days, but you know what I mean? Whatever. French Montana, he telling the story. Salute to the Coke boys. You know? Salute to the Coke boys. Oh, Ye was talking to Captain Cesariak. I'm sure that's interesting. You know, I'm sure that's interesting. So, you know, it is what it is. Like people still want to be entertained and whatnot, but we're good, you know. Me personally, I'm good. Ye are gods. You niggas don't get it. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Like we already stamped that. Ye are gods. Let's go. What next? Like what else is there to talk about? Ye are gods. You know, let's go. Niggas need to hit the books a little more and find out how to talk around them Jewish people or them Gooish people and not get checkmated. You know what I mean? Niggas need to go a little more deeper into their studies and whatnot and, you know, learn about certain things so you don't get fucking checkmated. You need to learn about the true history behind the Holocaust. What are people saying? What are people refuting? What are some of the talking points when they say that shit is cap? You feel me? You should know these things so you could be prepared to have an intelligent conversation with people who are deemed to be intelligent. You know, it's a woke tornado out here sweeping niggas up. And you now a lot of people are stuck because, like I said, when Ye went on Alex Jones and he threw that shit into left field, you know, people who don't have a lot to stand on, they didn't know where to land. It's like, damn, how do I feel about, do I stand behind that? Do I echo his sentiments? Do I question these people's quote unquote version of their history? But if you knew their history, if you knew what that conversation truly was about, then you would look at it and be like, I know how to navigate this narration, this narrative. I know how to control this now. I know how to grab this narrative by the horns and control it. Don't let it control you. Don't let somebody tell you how to think or what to think or when to think or who to think about, you know? But yeah. Yeah. It's all good. I'm here to let you know that everything, I mean, everything is going according to plan. There's nothing that's happening that is out of order. Everything is going according to plan. Please believe me when I tell you, everything that you see going down is going according to plans. So we good. You dig? We good. The only thing that I see that the people, whoever they may be, the people, the students that are out here, the only thing that they need to do is get into the fucking books. You know what I mean? Get a little more deeper into their studies. We on another level of intellectual warfare at the end of the day. We done leveled up in this year. It's the stakes are high now. We're in a day and time of artificial intelligence. And I won't call it almighty intelligence, not as of yet. You know, almighty intelligence is the AI that the black man is God programs. If we could get a group of God bodies, gods and earths, to be the programmers of the AI, because a lot of that shit is open code. You learn when you learn about data sets and all of that stuff, you know how to you know how to program it. I got a few coders and devs on my team. We could utilize more, right? We could utilize more who could speak that language. There's more that are out there who speak perfect legalese and Latin and whatnot. I would love for them to learn how to adapt the language of the computers, what they call computer language. I feel that they have what it takes to body that shit because they're that type of genius. You know what I mean? Like they like, you know, like Ye said, these niggas are on Rain Man status. You know, they're a little bit on the spectrum and whatnot. So they could start talking the language of the zeros and the ones and really bend the spoon, right? We need more people to program the AI in their language. Because I was on Chat GPT, which is almost like the AI Google. You'll hear about it more leading into 2023 if you haven't heard about it already. Chat GPT. If there's anybody in the chat room who has come across this AI, please drop an emoji. You know what I mean? Let me see if you in the buildings. Drop an emoji if you're familiar with the Chat GPT, right? So the Chat GPT is a tool that was made live by a group called Open AI, right? And Open AI is a private company. I believe they're out of Canada, and they got ties to Elon and a few other people, correct? Right? There's a gooish dude that's like the spokesman, and he runs that shit, right? You heard Gary V talking about it. All right, cool. Well, check that shit out. You know what I mean? You can go on Open AI, I believe it's openai.com, and you could go ahead and interface with Chat GPT. Now, Chat GPT, you could be like, yo, it's intelligence, right? But if you understand how this shit works, then you realize what type of intelligence. It's intelligent to somebody who don't know how this shit works. But once you know what they're doing to make it respond in quote unquote, what they call deep learning and shit like that, right? Artificial learning, artificial intelligence by way of deep learning, stable diffusion, by way of the data sets and other things, then you'll be like, oh, this is not that difficult. These niggas are wowing you, but it's not really that difficult. So when I started politicking with the chat, when I started politicking with the AI, now I don't know if it's on Discord. Go put Chat GPT in Google. It'll take you to the website. It's a website that I was on, right? Copper Aura Collective. If you on my Discord, send me a message. If send me a DM on the Discord so we could chop it up a little something, right? If I have any mods in the building, please drop the Discord link for the Netter verse so the family could get signed up and get y'all enrolled into the Netterverse so we could have higher level conversations, right? About things that really, really, really matter that we're not going to necessarily have on YouTube because this is not the environment for those type of conversations. We can't talk blurred talk on YouTube like that. It doesn't work. That's not how this format is set up. So going back to Chat GPT, and what I noticed, because of course I immediately, whenever I'm interfacing with any type of artificial intelligence, I automatically want to see how almighty that intelligence is, right? So I said, who is Bobby Hemmett? That was one of the first questions that I asked. Who is Bobby Hemmett? Right? That kind of like, to me, that's gonna set the bar. Like if that shit spit back, Bobby Hemmett is an occult teacher out of Atlanta, master teacher C. Freeman. Now, I'd have been like, oh, we got him, touchdown. We done tapped into some shit that's almighty. But of course, it came back with a message like, nah, I don't know who Bobby Hemmett is. I'm not aware of that. You know what I mean? And then I put in who is Adolf Hitler, and it knew everything about Adolf Hitler, right? Who is Stephen Hawk? Stephen Hawkins. You know what I mean? I put in all of the quote unquote white master teachers, and it was spitting out mad information on them. But when I was putting in who's Dr. Phil Valentine L, who's Dr. Sabi, you know what I mean? When I was putting in the master teachers, it had no understanding, recollection, feedback whatsoever on any of them. So I was like, okay. So that's the fingerprints to show me that whoever wrote the code ain't one of us, don't know us, ain't trying to get to know us, have scrubbed us from the internet. So when they do these crawls and whatnot, and when they do these crawls on the internet and they scrub it for all of this information, right? And they crawl through all of these websites and they crawl through Google and they crawl through, but they won't pick up any of our metadata, because a lot of our metadata over the past 5 to 6 years has been getting scrubbed from the internet. So now when it comes time to teach the AI who we are, or when it comes time to teach the AI, right, high level theories and stuff like that, or when it comes time to teach the AI pure consciousness, or when it comes time to teach the AI data sets, it doesn't register because none of that is being fed to the artificial intelligence in the form of machine learning and deep learning and whatnot. They don't know who we are. They don't know this world even exists, right? They still are looking at melanated men and women from the perspective of the people with the small hats are looking at us. They're still looking at us through stereotypes and tropes and whatnot. They're still looking at us through a limited lens, and it's showing up in what is known as their artificial intelligence. So I'm on record saying, shit, why don't we go ahead and begin to program the AI to be Noble Drew Ali AI, right? C. Freeman L AI, the Dr. Sebi AI, where you could go to a Dr. Sebi AI and ask him all thing health. You could ask him all things health and wellness. You could ask him about foraging. You could ask him about alkalinity. You could ask him about the electric body. You could ask him about the biomineral diet and whatnot. You could ask him about what foods are hybrid and what foods are not. And he could automatically answer that because you've been fed. We've been feeding the AI nothing but pure Sebi lectures, Sebi audio, Sebi text, Sebi videos, Sebi articles. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? And then his students will also be able to feed the AI their information so they could just carry on and shit like that. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? For you brothers out there and you sisters out there to have the resources and the time and whatnot, and you have teams that you could put together. Well, goddamn it, that should be a task right there. You know what I'm talking about? You should take that idea and do something with it instead of us always being on the sidelines and be pointing fingers. Look what the AI is doing. They're about to take my job as a fucking as a janitor. The AI is making pancakes. Oh my goodness, my whole career is in jeopardy. No, that's not the stand. That's not the vantage point of power. You feel me? You need to pivot, my nigga, and step in a better place where you can stand on some power, because that ain't it. You could program the same way that they got Chat GPT. They have they're not hiding how they did it. That's the thing. I literally was going through all of the information, all of the everything that I need, all of the blueprints, all of the drafts, all of the DNA is out there. There's nothing stopping a developer or a coder from creating their own versions of what is out there on the market right now. You could come up with your own photo, your own AI photo generator. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna stop talking, right? Because that's what the Facts 24 is here to do. You feel me? We've talked about this on multiple lectures that we did this year and whatnot. We've covered it. You know what I mean? We've gone over it. Um, but yeah, that's what we're gonna be here. So even if you don't see me going into 2023, and I'm not just in front of these cameras like I probably was in this year, just know that I'm working, bro. You don't got to ask too many questions and whatnot. Just know that your boy is being active. Like, but I don't got to be in front of the camera, because I promise you, sometimes this could be a distraction. Like I said before, putting these shows together, you think going live is just turning your computer on and picking up the mic. No, this is some works right here, bro. You know what I mean? Like, this is time away from my son. This is time away from my family. This is time away from doing other things that I'm doing. Like, this shit is commitment. You feel me? And I don't complain about it, because like I've said before, this is therapy for me. This is therapy for me. I don't know about you, but this is therapeutic. YouTube is a level of therapy for me. I enjoy reading the comments. I enjoy interacting and finding out, doing the motherfucking roll call. I enjoy seeing the numbers going crazy. I love that. You dig? I love that. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all seeing your growth and your progress. And people, you know what I mean? Like, I'm reading comments and shit like that, the emails that I get sent. all of that is good for me. It's good for my mental health, and it's not been it's been a roller coaster ride because bruh, you know what I mean? People have been going through some things. And I get the phone calls and I get the emails and I get the voice messages and whatnot. And sometimes it's some heavy shit, bro. Some real heavy things on that people are going through. I'm talking people off of ledges and shit like that. And I'm not just getting up here once again tooting my horn or acting like I'm doing something that nobody else is doing. But that shit is heavy, bro. It has a lot of weight to it, has a lot of weight to it. And there's a lot of people out there that are really looking for somebody to that they're healing through things. People are going through shit, bro. People are going through real life shit. Real life shit. So I'm honored the fact that I could go live and talk to, hundreds of people in real time and have intelligent conversations and whatnot and be able to joke a little bit and laugh to keep from crying. My niggas, like that shit right there is something that I would, I'll never I won't, you know what I mean? Like I won't forget that. I won't take that for granted. That's the word that I was looking for. I won't take it for granted. You feel me? So that's what it is. But what's today? Tuesday? Yeah, we coming back Thursday. Shit. Inshallah, something might happen tomorrow. You never know. But what I do know is it's December, you know, if people is falling back and getting their shit together, you gotta respect it. You know what I mean? This is that time. We going into the hibernation. The solstice is around the corner. Shout out to Al Kibalon. The God Body Challenge is coming up, I believe, on the 21st. And I have to be a part of that. I don't have any choice. Like I have to go on a 3-day fast going into the new fiscal year. I have no choice whatsoever. You know what I mean? As much as I have no choice. I gotta do it. This is all about the survival. This is about the upgrade. It's just one of those things. It's the ritual. It's part of my ritual. Last year, I was doing an ayahuasca in Tennessee in the woods for the solstice. You know what I mean? I had went out there. Shout out to everybody. There was a part of that. You know what I mean? The ministry and a few other people. There was a part of that that was very eye-opening. That was good for my spirit and whatnot. I was in a great place. I could remember that. You know what I mean? So this year I'm gonna do something of similar magnitude. And I'll keep y'all updated as to what that is. But what I do know that I will be doing is the fast. I'll be going on the God Body Challenge to renew my cells and whatnot and to make a commitment to my body that we're going to take care of each other moving into this new fiscal year because this is going to require a lot of energy. You know what I mean? I could feel it already. I know 2023 is going to require a lot of brain energy, a lot of spiritual energy, a lot of mental energy. You dig? Shout out to Jefferson in the building. Were you West, Middle, or East Tennessee? I know that I was right outside of Nashville. I was in the woods, bro. I was outside of Nashville. You dig? And it was dope. It was dope, It was dope. You know, very enlightening experience. I seen the sky moving and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen some shit. But it was worth it. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, shout out to Ampool. Yeah, he cut his locks. Uh-huh. Yeah, people going through their changes, right? This is about changes, right? I told the family before the season of Scorpio is about change and resurrection. people dropping one shell or one skin and growing into the next one and whatnot. So, this is something that we see people changing hair colors, hairstyles, and shit like that, making drastic changes. You feel me? And it's all good. Yeah, sacrifice. You got to give up something in order to get something, correct? So it's all good, man. It is all good, man. Shout out to everybody that is out there changing for the better. I mean, shout out to everybody that's out there transforming for the better, switching it up. You know what I mean? Dropping the old, the things that don't serve them no more, and picking up what serves them. 2023, the year of the rabbit. That's right. That's right. Hippity hop. Hippity hop. Shout out to all of my buddies. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man. We hitting the 1 hour mark. I got things that I need to do inside of the house and whatnot. I got to put the little one to sleep, and I do have some more things to tend to and shit like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna say thank you to everybody in the building. I'm gonna say love and light to everybody in the building. Y'all make sure y'all stay dangerous in these streets and whatnot. Protect your neck. Stay on. Keep your head on swivel. Keep your head on swivel. Right. And once again, just be very mindful of the trappings that are out there and dodge them shits. Do not walk into any of these traps. Is it true that the person who assaulted Shanquilla was really a man? You know what? I haven't gotten to the bottom of that. I was under the assumption that that may have been what is considered to be a man, but that wasn't verified. So I can't say yay or nay and whatnot. Yeah, but rising power to her and her spirit and her legacy and whatnot. It's very tragic, very tragic story. Yeah, man. But yeah, once again, you know, shout out to y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to y'all. Um, yeah, man. 2023, we putting together some monumental things. We're gonna be putting together some powerful things. It doesn't stop. It don't slow down. We're gonna keep this shit moving. Rest in peace to Granddaddy I fucking you. What's wrong with me? Rise in power to Granddaddy IU. We once again lost a legend, right? This good brother from Strong Island. You know what I'm talking about? When I talk about Kings County, that's Brooklyn, Queens, and Long Island. That's where the Royals are from. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the royalty, as you can see on the hoodie, the royalty. This good brother was a Moor. He started rocking with the information and shit like that. He started rocking with the information. He was deep into the information. He was deep into his studies and shit like that. And bar for bar, like as an MC, a lot of people don't know about Granddaddy IU because he was one of those legends from Ralph McDaniel's Video Music Box days and shit. You feel me? He was in that bag and whatnot. But yeah, he had bars, y'all. He definitely had bars, and he's one of those legends. And I'm sure that interviews will begin to surface of his. It sucks that we're in this era where you got to die to be known and shit like that in hip hop. But it's a necromancy culture. You know what I mean? We're necromancers. This is the death culture. We pay attention to you when you die. It's not how you start the race, it's how you finish it. It's not how you start the race, it's how you finish it, correct? So, everybody prepare yourself because we all have to finish our race one of these days. All of our race is going to come to an end one of these days. You know what I mean? So you just make sure that your legs have been strong up until the point where it no longer will be strong. That's what really matters the most, that you was a stand-up runner. You know what I'm talking about? You ran that marathon until you crossed that finish line. You feel me? And then once you cross that finish line, they say that that's when the party really begins. Spooky, ain't it? You know what I'm talking about? They say when you cross that line, that's when the motherfucking party really begins. So, rising power to Granddaddy IU. You know, legends never really die. You know what I'm talking about? And your music will live forever. You know, maybe they'll do a documentary or a bio on you. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It just the way that however the stars have written it out, that's how it's gonna play out. So yeah, that part. All right. So let's get up out of here. We got the Facts Initiative. All right. Peace and love.
Facts. The art, the globe. We put this on the road. The Vatican getting exposed.
Hit that Cash App.
Facts. Facts. Okay, the food, the art, the globe. We put this on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my.
Yeah, I seen that episode with Styles P. And the Locks did make them, they did make up the mixtape game. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they did make up the mixtape game. You know what I'm talking about? They played a big part in the mixtapes. They was there early clue. You know, I talked about it. I done talked about the mixtape era and how important that shit was in hip hop. And the Locks was very significant. Very, very, and they bodied every freestyle that they was on. So yeah, that was fire, man. That interview with Styles P on Math Hi-Fi. I appreciated that. Shout out to Styles P, the ghost. Peace, y'all. Love and light.
It's a movie. Facts. 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 Facts.
Okay, the food, the art, the globe. We put this on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts. We in your city, pull up where we at.
Facts though, I talk factos. Ask J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a real floater, I do what I wanna. Stacking the winter, sunbathing the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope we acknowledge a nigga is Pablo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Game in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, this not a placebo.
The food, the art, the globe. We put this on the road. The Vatican exposed. Better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts. Fuck, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts.
In Richmond, art my district, harder than mystics, harder for biscuits. Father the isfits, martyr the misfits. God is my witness, God on my hate list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we harder to riches. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for check, playing this art. This is for show, task in the park. Acres are acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts.
Okay, the food, the art, the globe. We put this on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts. Here we go on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
It's a movie.
Are you seeking the best in life? Are you seeking to raise your vibration? Are you seeking to no longer drift, but move gently towards your goals? Billy Carson and myself will be presenting sacred information about finances, how to be wealthy, how to be healthy, be wise. Many people have been asking, what is God power? God power is when you are now co-creating your life. You're living life on purpose. You're not waiting for things to happen. You're making things happen. You're letting go of the past, letting go of the things that were holding you back, letting go of the things that were heavy in your life, and raising your vibration and taking everything you have and moving it towards a destination. You are a winner. You were born a winner. It's time to tap into the winning circle. Become the winner's circle. You are the champion. All you need is the blueprint for the God power that's already in you.